Alright everybody, this is Matt here for BramptonMedia.com. In just a moment I'm going to show you all how to add the orange overlay filter to a video in Clipchamp. Okay, well you can see that this is my desktop wallpaper here. You can see these nifty dog berries on the tree here near the pond, but on a more serious note, I'm simply going to move the mouse pointer down here. Of course, that's my wallpaper, the dog berries on the tree, of course, but now on a more serious note, as I said, I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click the Google Chrome icon down here on the taskbar. Alright, and now I have to go to Clipchamp, so I could type clipchamp.com in the address bar, but I'm simply going to click this clipchamp.com icon I have saved here. So I'll click it now. And now I'm going to move the mouse pointer up and click the sign in icon here on the home page. I'm going to click sign in. And now I'm going to click continue with Microsoft. And of course there's my login, there's my email address. That's why it's blurred. No offense to y'all, I just want to protect my privacy here. So I'm going to click that now. Okay, when I clicked that, it brought me to the home area in Clipchamp. This is the free online desktop version of Clipchamp. Okay, but I want to make a video. I want to add the orange overlay filter to my video. So I'm going to move the mouse pointer up and click this create a new video, start from scratch icon here. So click it now. Okay, now I'm in the video editing area. Okay, perfect. Now before I proceed any further, I'm going to move the mouse pointer up here to the upper left of the screen. You can see to the right of the word Clipchamp, there's an input box. I'm simply going to type in there now. I'm typing the title. The title for this project. Type in overlay, orange overlay filter. Perfect. Alright, and before I import my media, I'm simply going to show you all this. See the preview pane here in the center of the screen, to the left, to the right of import media. There's a little icon over the preview pane which says size. Size is typed on it. When I click over it, when I mouse over it, you can see change aspect ratio appears over it. So I'm simply going to click the size icon now. And I want to make sure that wide is checked because I'm going to be using 1280 by 720 resolution clips, which are widescreen 16 by 9. You can see we have access to several other aspect ratios, including vertical 9 by 16, which is great for YouTube Shorts, and of course Instagram Reels and TikTok. And you can see the classic 4 by 3, which was the old CRT televisions that we had many years ago. But nowadays mostly is wide, so I'm going to click that to make sure that's checked. Obviously you'll have to check the specs on your camcorders. 1920 by 1080 is 16 by 9, and so is 1280 by 720. Now I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the left to click import media to get my video files. I'm going to click it now. And now I'm going to have to navigate to my folder. That's okay. So I'm going to go to desktop, and obviously where it is on your hard drives is up to you of where you put your videos and stuff, but here we go. I'm going to double click sample clips here, double click Clipchamp, double click orange overlay here, and here are my video files. So I'm going to click the one on the left, and now I'm going to click the one on the right. Okay, now they're both selected and ready to be imported. So I'll move the mouse pointer down and click the open icon here on this prompt box. Okay, now both video files have been imported. Now it's extremely important that you remember this one fact, okay? They have both been only imported, they're not uploaded. When you're doing your projects online on Clipchamp, make sure you keep your video files in the original folder on your hard drive, okay? On your PC. It may not work very well when using your phone. If you try to switch to your phone, you're really stuck using the PC that you uploaded them from, okay? And now I could click on these clips and drag them down or to the timeline, but I'm simply going to click the plus sign on the bottom right corner of each clip here on the left. So I'm going to start with the one on top. I'm going to click the plus sign on the bottom right corner. Perfect. And now you can see the position indicator is at the end of that clip, so it's ready to. So I'm ready to put the second clip after the first clip here on the timeline. The clip that's on the timeline. Now I can add the second clip after it. So I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click the plus sign that's on the bottom right corner of the clip that's on bottom. So I'll click the plus sign now. Perfect. Okay, now we can't see these very well on the timeline, so I'm going to show you this awesome little trick down here. See this zoom out timeline, zoom in timeline, and fit timeline, and collapse timeline. These are nifty little icons down here. But I want to zoom out the timeline so we can see these two clips better. So I'm going to click zoom out timeline and keep clicking it. Okay, I think that's good there. Perfect. Now, before I add the orange overlay filter to either of these clips, how about we simply watch them to compare them? So I'm going to click the position indicator and drag it back. Although, more efficiently, I could click the Seek to Start icon under the preview pane to get back to the beginning. So I'm going to click that now. Perfect. Now that brought us back to the beginning. Remember, Clipchamp is currently programmed so that when you click the Seek to Start icon, it'll move back to the beginning regardless of how many clips are on the timeline. Okay? Now let's watch both clips. So to do that, I have to click the play icon under the preview pane. So I'll click that now. Okay, nifty. Now I'm going to click that Seek to Start icon again. And to add the orange filter, I have to select the clip. So I'm going to click the first clip on the timeline there on the left. So I'm going to click it now. So it's selected. So now I can add the orange overlay filter to it. We can tell it's selected because it's highlighted. So now I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the right of the screen and click this filters icon. Alright. So we can see that none is the default selection. Obviously that means that that a filter has not been added to the selected clip. Also, I want to let you know that sometimes when you mouse over a filter, the filter may appear on the selected clip, but no worries, it will not be added until it's clicked. And also typically it's only one filter per one selected clip, okay? So now I'm going to click that scroll bar there on the right and drag it down to find the orange overlay filter, and here it is here. So I'm going to click it now. Okay, now when I clicked it, you can see an option appeared underneath it. The option is intensity. I can click that ball switch and drag it to the left to lower the intensity, or I could click it and drag it to the right to increase the intensity. Okay, now you don't have to do that. It's fine where it is, but just for the sake of seeing the creative control that we can have with this program, I'm going to simply click it and drag it a little to the right to increase the intensity. Okay, perfect. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I dragged it a little to the right to increase the intensity. Now I'm going to click this collapse property panel up here. And now I'm going to do the same thing for the second clip. I'm going to click it. Okay, it's selected now, so we're ready to add the filter, the orange overlay filter. And I'm also going to click the position indicator and drag it ahead a little so we can see it. Okay, on the filter on this selected clip. So now I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the right again and click filters. Okay, and now I'm going to type in the filter search box there and just simply type in orange overlay. And there it is, the orange overlay filter. So I'll click it, and now we can see it's appeared on the second clip. And again, the intensity option has appeared. So I'm going to click the ball switch there, drag it to the right to increase the intensity a little. Perfect. So now I'm going to move the mouse pointer up and click the collapse property panel icon in the upper right. Okay, perfect. Now, before we watch the new video with the filters added to each clip, how about we just merge them both into one file so we can watch it as a longer video? So to do this, I'm going to move the mouse pointer up and click the export icon here in the upper right here. I'm going to click export. And now we can see we have more options here. We have some options, pardon me. We can see video quality here. Your video will export as an MP4 file. You can see 480p for drafts. 720p, that's what we're going to export it as because that's what the original files were. 720p is smaller file size and faster export. 1080p, high quality HD. 4K, pardon me, is ultra high definition. Okay, you can see that it says your video has no 4K media. That's because these two clips were only 720, 1280 by 720 resolution. And also, we wouldn't have access to 4K here because this is the free version of Clipchamp.com. Okay, you can purchase the Clipchamp Premium, and with Clipchamp Premium, you will get access to not higher quality, but more advanced features, such as 4K editing. You can purchase that for about $130 Canadian. It was about $130 Canadian as of the time I made this video, okay? We could export it audio only. You can see only the audio from your project and GIF. For videos 15 seconds or less, if this video was less than 15 seconds, I could export it as an animated GIF, which is an animated image file which can be used on, say, a web page or a social media page. Okay, so now I'm going to click my 720p option to begin the export. Okay, now the orange overlay filter has begun exporting. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, now you can see up here in the upper right, orange overlay filter made with Clipchamp. It's downloaded to my downloads folder. Okay, so be mindful of that. A second copy may have been saved to your computer. But what I think is best to do here is simply click the save to your computer icon here. See this? I'm going to click that now. Okay, and I'm going to navigate to my folder. Double click orange overlay there. Now I'm going to click save, the save icon here on the bottom of the prompt box, bottom right of this prompt box here. I'll click save. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click the show desktop icon. And I'm going to move the mouse pointer up to sample clips here, pardon me, double click that. I'll double click Clipchamp. Now I'm going to double click orange overlay. And here's the video file now, the orange overlay filter made with Clipchamp. I'm going to double click it now so we can watch it in media player. Okay, nifty. There you go. That was awesome. That was the orange overlay filter as added with Clipchamp. I'm going to close the media player now by clicking the X in the upper right corner. Now I'm going to close the folder. Now I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click Clipchamp again. I'm going to double click that. And click that again on the taskbar, pardon me. Okay, now so that was the orange overlay filter. Now I'm just simply going to go back to keep editing here. Click the icon here. And now I'm going to click back to home, and there you go. You can see the orange overlay filter there. That's the project that's been saved. So now I'm going to click that again, and we can go back and do some more editing. Okay, now this is the free online version of Clipchamp. A video export here is usually only going to be about 10 to 15 minutes, so that's your limitation here. The video is most likely only going to be 10 to 15 minutes long, okay? So you'll have to make a second part. It'll only be about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Also, as I said earlier, this is the free online desktop version of Clipchamp, which you may find at clipchamp.com. And I thank you very much for watching, and I thank you also very much for your time.